All right, y'all. Friday Night Smackdown Review for January 13, 2023. A lot of fucking segments on the show tonight. I don't know why they went segment heavy tonight. No Roman Reigns on the show. Usually when Roman Reigns is not there, the show fucking sucks, but this was decent. This was solid SmackDown tonight. Karrion Kross and Rey Mysterio, I thought they had the best thing on the show all night, their segment. And then the main event with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I thought they just beat the crap out of each other in the main event. It wasn't too bad with SmackDown. All right, let's get to it. First up, we got Braun Strowman versus Gunther for the Intercontinental title. Gunther pretty much worked on Braun Strowman's left shoulder, left arm for the whole match, doing submissions and shit. And then about halfway through the match, Braun hit a back body drop, and then he hit a running power slam for a 2 count. Braun powered out of a submission, and he slammed Gunther to the ground. And then Braun hit a spine buster for a near fall. Braun hit a clothesline, and then Gunther hit a drop kick and a clothesline for a 2 count. Gunther hit a splash for a near fall, and then he landed a power bomb for a 3 count to retain his Intercontinental title. It was an okay match. Just don't care about Braun Strowman. We'll see who Gunther feuds with next. All right, next up we got a segment in the back with Sami Zayn and Paul Heyman. Sami knocks on the Bloodline locker room door. Heyman opens it up. Sami says he wants to talk strategy with the guys. Heyman says he's the only one here. There's no Usos. There's no Solo, Sikoa, just me. And then Sami's like, I talked to them earlier. What are you talking about? Heyman says, out of love, Roman wants you to do this all by yourself. And then Sami tells Heyman, you call him. You text him. And you let Roman know that he made the right call. I will handle this. It's not a prediction. It's a spoiler. So as soon as we already knew Sami Zayn was gonna lose the main event, as soon as he said that, it was pretty much obvious. All right, next up we got a segment in the ring with Karrion Kross and Rey Mysterio. Rey says you cherish the time you spend with your family, especially at Christmas. I didn't have a very Merry Christmas. Dominic tried to ruin things again. Now he's walking around like a thug. As a father, that breaks my heart. As a man, I'm fed up with this bullshit. I came to SmackDown for a fresh start. I'm not gonna let Dom provoke me to prove my point. I know what to do to get back on track, and that's entering and winning the Royal Rumble. And then Karrion Kross and Scarlett come out. Kross says, in the flesh, Rey Mysterio. I was in the back listening to you talk about goals. Somebody like you needs goals. Otherwise, I don't know how you manage to get yourself out of bed every day. Shit. And then he says, we remember 17 years ago when Rey won the Royal Rumble. I'm sure that was a special moment for you. I'm sure it was a special moment for Dominic. His father's a superhero. He knows he wins the big one. You didn't know if it was a special moment for Dominic because you weren't around for him when he was a kid. Fuck. Karrion Kross don't give a damn what he says. He says, then he asks Rey, who do you hate more? Your son Dominic for not being just like you, or yourself for failing to raise a son just like you? Damn. And then after this, Rey punches Karrion Kross. They brawl for a bit. Mysterio goes for the 619. Scarlett trips him up, and then Kross pretty much has the upper hand. He locks in the Kross jacket. It's like a sleeper hold from the back, and then Scarlett is holding up that same card with the picture of Rey Mysterio on it when the segment ends, and then yeah, so that was pretty much it. Pretty good segment. Hopefully they do better, good segments like this. They only got 2 more weeks left before the match, so I think it's gonna be. Is it at the Rumble or is it? I think it's at the SmackDown before the Rumble. So yeah, so they got 2 more weeks to build the feud, or 1 more week really, because then the match is on in 2 weeks. We got a segment in the back with Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, and Adam Pearce. Drew says they want a match tonight versus the Viking Raiders. Sheamus says those lunatics can wait. I want the Usos. And so this okay, so they're slapping each other in their chest, everything after every line that they say. It's just fucking, it's not hilarious, it's fucking stupid, man. I don't know what the fuck's going on with these. I don't know why they decided to slap each other. And then Pierce says he's making a tag team tournament where the winners face the Usos for the SmackDown tag titles. First round of the tournament, he tells them, is next week and is versus the Viking Raiders. And then they both slap Adam Pierce in the back. I don't know, they're slapping shit's fucking stupid. All right, next up we got Bray Wyatt in the ring, sitting on a rocking chair, as you guys can see. And there's like a spotlight on it. You guys can probably see in the photo there. Bray says, "We forget who we are. All it takes is a push to send you in the right direction. All you had to do was revel in what you are. All the things I remember, I am color red in a world full of black and white. That I am the eater of worlds. I am Uncle Howdy at Royal Rumble. It will be my rebirth. LA Knight, when the lights go out, you should run." So it looks like the Fiend is coming back or some shit. I'm just hoping they could speed this shit up so we can find out who Uncle Howdy is. It's taking forever. Storyline's going very fucking slow. All right, next up we got segment in the back. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Sami says, "Are you happy about all of this? You're happy about what you're making me do tonight? You couldn't leave me alone on SmackDown." And then Kevin Owens says, "The Bloodline went to Raw. You guys invaded Raw every week. I was gonna take the Bloodline out one by one. And if you're happy to be one of those one, then so be it." He says, "Did I ask for this match tonight? Did I ask for the tag match with John Cena?" And then he says Roman Reigns did. He says he's the one putting you in these situations because he is using you, so he doesn't have to come to work ever. Sammy says, "I'm not the one being used. How many times you got to see Roman hug me in the ring?" He says, "How many times you got to see the bloodline out there? This is family. I have to take care of business." And then there's a segment in the back. Charlotte Flair, Sonya Deville, and Brawl in the back. Who cares about that? All right, next up we got the main event. Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens had a clothesline. Sami hit a suplex on the apron. I thought he fucked up his neck after he hit this. Shit looked brutal. KO landed a frog splash for a 2 count. Sami landed a blue thunder bomb for a near fall. And then Sami got the knees up when Kevin Owens went for the swanton bomb off the top rope. He got a 2 count with that. And then KO hit a suplex on Sami from the top rope for a 2 count. And then Sami's about to go for the haluva kick, but then the Usos interfere with Solo Sikoa. And then Solo Sikoa he jumped from like apron to apron, and then he put, or not apron, the guardrail. He jumped from one to the other, and then he put him through a table. So yeah, that was pretty much it for SmackDown tonight. So earlier in the show, the segment with Paul Heyman and Sami Zayn, Heyman told him that the Usos and the Solo Sikoa wasn't there. Some of you guys think Heyman's calling the shots. It's Roman Reigns, so these guys disobeyed an order. So he's gonna be pissed off about that next week. And then what was the other thing? Oh yeah, he wanted Sami Zayn to do this shit on his own to beat Kevin Owens, but this is a loss because they beat the shit out of Kevin Owens, right? So he lost or Kevin Owens won by DQ and Sami Zayn lost again. So he took the pinfall versus when he teamed with Roman versus Cena and Owens. Kevin Owens pinned him, and now tonight he lost this. So next week they're having the contract signing for Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens, the world title match at the Royal Rumble. So it's going to be a pissed off Roman Reigns coming next week. I'll bitch all these guys out. So yeah, that was pretty much it for SmackDown. See you guys next week.